We are the kids.
Oh my. Do you want to keep singing?
No, I really don't. Get Jenny. She's a singer in our family.
Hello and welcome to the Homestay Kitchen with me, Mary Chan and Erin Eastman. This is a podcast where we serve up stories of being a homestay family, the ups and downs of making a connection with international homestay students. We'll bring a plate full of stories, ideas, interviews, and hopefully dish up some anecdotes to share with our community. In this episode, we're talking Halloween. We explore what each of our families do for Halloween and how you can incorporate your homestay student into the festivities. We reminisce about our past Halloween experiences to reveal how sometimes these student situations make us feel, well, old.
Hi, Erin.
Hi, Mary.
We're going to talk about Halloween today.
Ooh, yay.
Are you ready for costumes?
For costumes, I'm a little worried.
Kira's wearing the bee costume this year.
We love
that you
the
handed
bee,
down
the
to us.
Buzzy bee.
Yeah, she's quite excited. Except for every now and then she'll see some decorations and say, oh, I want to be a ghost instead. I'm like, no. We get the bee. The bee is it. You're done.
Oh, yeah. It's great because it lives in the dress up bin year round, right? They can dress up. It was like the dragon or whatever. And then you can pull it out and like, oh, that's your Halloween costume done. So now that my children have outgrown all of these things in the bins, it's just like, what are we going to be? And now I feel like a reluctant Halloween mother. And what are we like? What day is it? I don't know. I feel like we're, a week away?
We are just over a week away when we're recording this. A week away from Halloween. But when this airs, this is like a couple days before Halloween.
I will be impressed if I have Halloween costumes ready to go by then.
Do you have plans?
Okay, so it's my youngest, the 4-year-old's favorite, what do we call this? Celebration? Like
festival?
Holiday?
Not a holiday.
Whatever we call it, it's her favorite event. She has like different costumes ideas daily. And so as of now, she wants to be, I wrote it down, a black cat. And I think it's because she realizes that for mommy, this will be a scramble. So she knows that we have like the black kitty ear headband and that somewhere there is a black kitty tail. And I think she realizes we can just put on a t-shirt and some pants and call it a day.
That's very thoughtful of her.
She's so good. And that our Chinese student, Jenny, will do amazing makeup for her.
Oh, that's true. She'll love that.
With the nose and the whiskers, and she can just go meow and you know,
and she's done.
and she's done. Last year she was a witch, and my 7-year-old was her cat on the end of the broomstick, and it was hard to go around the neighborhood because they were a pair. But this year the 7-year-old will be a cheetah, which is her favorite animal because they are fast.
Is she going to get makeup too?
Yes. And so there will be Crocs. We have cheetah Crocs and we have a cheetah jacket. And I am apparently supposed to somehow procure cheetah pants that will go with the cheetah dress that she already has. But the thing is, the 7-year-old pants do not stay up on her.
She might need suspenders.
Or like I will have to just alter pants if I can find them. So I've been looking online and I have to find the headband. And so like this is going to be the Halloween miracle if I can somehow just make it happen in between, you know, the PAC board meetings and
your regular life.
And tomorrow is the hated Wednesday and everything else. So yeah. So and we are potentially having a Canada Post strike because I was like, I'll just order online, but there's a rotating Canada Post strike right now. So I can't do that. I actually have to go out and source it.
Out into the stores.
And my oldest, like he does have the backup Harry Potter costume, but he talks about it as if it's like, well, I just know that I'm going to be stuck with that. When like it's kind of like performing the Halloween miracle of like the Jedi costume, which is what he and my Japanese student would like to be it would be their dream to be the Obi-Wan Kenobi and the whatever.
I think you have to start planning that now for next year's Halloween.
Right? This is what it feels like. But I'm like, can't we just like buy some fabric and drape it and tie it around? But they haven't done anything themselves. And I just, want some independence in a 17 and a 10-year-old.
Yeah,
like,
17-year-old, yes.
Doing it all as always.
Well, she's still here next year, right?
No, she goes,
Oh.
and this is her only experience. And so I feel like there's pressure. She's going back to Japan. I feel like it's pressure to make it wonderful. And right now, Mary, the backup plan for her, which I just kind of want to cry about a little bit internally, maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. But to me, feels kind of sad. The backup costume is for her to wear the bedtime Care Bear costume I sewed when I was her age, when I went to the high school she's attending. And
wow.
I don't want to do the math on how old that is. And it's been in a bag in the garage. Like, I don't even know if it's in a waterproof bag.
Oh.
I don't think it's a good idea.
You might have to go and look for that.
Oh, it's been located.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, I want to take a shower so I can try it on. And I was like, sweetie, you might want to take a shower after you try it on. You might want to take a shower after.
But does she like the fact that you had worn it, like the nostalgia factor? And
I don't want her force her into kind feelings around that. I think she should be able to formulate. And she loves Star Wars, and so does the 10-year-old. And so I kind of feel like maybe we should just like go to Fabric Land and just like buy a yard of fabric and just throw it around them. I don't know.
Yeah. Obi-Wan and who? Are they both Obi-Wan?
I don't think they care. I just don't think they want to be a Care Bear and some like Harry Potter again. There has to be a miracle in there somewhere that we can do. Pinterest has to save us, right? Like, if anybody, if this is going to air like 2 days before Halloween, I think we can do it. I don't know.
Factor.
Last year, our Chinese student, she had to sew 4, what were they, kimonos?
Oh, yes.
For her
right.
drama. Yeah, for drama, a drama performance. She wanted to sew 4 kimonos for just a presentation. And she had never sewn before. She wanted to sew 4 of them. Yes.
How did she learn in that amount of time?
She walked across the street to my mother's.
Oh.
Because she didn't even have a pattern. And, I was like, if you have a pattern, sweetie, I can help you. But without a pattern, I'm kind of useless. So if you need help coming up with a pattern, go talk to my mom. She'll help you make a pattern and then come back to talk to me and I can help you sew it. But she was determined to do it all herself. And so she kind of stressed me out a bit. And I know we're taking a tangent here, but like, it was the Thursday and she still hadn't done it.
Oh,
and by Saturday, I was just like, honey, you got 4 to do and it's going to take longer than you think it will.
Totally.
So she finally went over to my mom's and they made the pattern and my mom helped her sew one of them. And my mom kindly let her walk a sewing machine. My husband helped her walk the sewing machine across the street and borrowed it. And this was right in the realm of my mad Christmas sewing. And I helped her sew up the rest. Like, she would pin and I would sew them. But together we sewed those 4 kimonos before Sunday night dinner. So we made 4 kimonos happen in like 24 hours.
Okay.
I think
so. Your Halloween costume
could happen if everything else stopped. I don't know. We could, if Blake could feed us still, that would be good. If he could just like push food in front of me, that would be good.
While you're like chained to the sewing machine making Halloween costumes.
Yeah, it could happen if I love them that much.
Are your students excited about Halloween?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, they are. Yeah, Jenny, our Chinese student, she said she wants to be the housemaid. She wants to stay at home and hand out candy. And I said, no, honey, you can still come out. You have the tickets. You have the 3 little kids and they all need chaperones. So if you really...
It's true.
Because I think there's the worry, right, that she's a teenager and maybe it's frowned upon to go out trick-or-treating. I'm like, but if you want to, you can. They all need a hand to hold and it's dark. And then we don't have to be that person. We can be at the end of the driveway, you could take them up. And the beauty of it is my kids just love trick-or-treating. They forget about their candy 2 days later. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm actually like that still. Like, we just threw out their Halloween. I don't ever let them listen to this, but we just threw out their Halloween candy like a couple weeks ago. And like most of their Halloween candy. What gets eaten?
What?
Okay, so back it up.
Okay.
Mary, I know. Okay. You're shooting me daggers. Mary is currently shooting me daggers. But some backstory here is that I have an older brother, and I'm backing up away a bit from you out of the bubble zone on the couch. My older brother, 8 years older.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I came of the trick-or-treating age, he was coming out of it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so, when you have a brother that's 8 years older than you, who do you think your candy goes to?
I see what you're saying. So you had to hide your candy? Or
Well,
did it just all go to him?
I was also the child that believed if you eat candy, you're getting cavities.
Right.
And I was very concerned about my dental health. And, I was very concerned about my cholesterol intake. And I did not
How old were you?
I was, like old enough to understand commercials and advertisements in newspapers. And I did not put soy sauce on my rice or butter on my toast or any of those things because I thought those commercials were aimed at me and not at the senior citizens. And, so the candy went to my brother Danny. Or it went hidden under my bed. Yes, where I would promptly forget about it. And then when I went for my candy bag the following Halloween, well, guess what's still in it? And it would get dumped out. So, but my children somehow are the same and they just don't care. So they come home after Halloween. They want their Kit Kat bar because they're only allowed one thing that night. And then maybe they're not allowed anything at school because, you don't send treats to school. It's just not appropriate.
Mm-hmm. And so it just never gets eaten.
It never gets eaten. Blake loves it. He takes it to work.
That's what he should be doing, not throwing them out by the next year.
But anyway, so
this is coming from a girl who, you talked about your past, who didn't have any costumes.
Okay.
And would go out trick-or-treating and people in the neighborhood not wanting to give us candy because we didn't have a costume on.
Oh.
So the candy that I did have, I hoarded and made sure that I ate it all because I felt like I earned it and it was a job and that was my pay.
Well, we should have been friends.
I know.
I grew up in Richmond and you were what, in Vancouver?
Vancouver.
Well, we should have been friends.
We should have
Mary.
just rode the Sky Train together
Yes.
and went Halloween trick-or-treating together.
I would have happily given you my candy. My candy probably stressed me out. I didn't want my brother to take it, and so I hid it. Yes.
So do your students want candy or do they just want the experience of putting on a costume and going around the neighborhood?
Well, I think they definitely don't want my 7-year-old to get the candy because she can't handle her sugar. She goes crazy. We talked about drama at the dinner table.
Mm-hmm.
We don't eat dessert because of her. Chocolate milk at dinner gets rationed to 1 cup.
Oh, jeez.
Like, it's bad. But I think they would enjoy the experience of trick-or-treating and the experience of Halloween and Canadian culture. Like, they're really looking forward to carving pumpkins.
Oh, yeah, that's always fun.
Right? And I don't even think our Japanese student realizes just how much guts are in a pumpkin that need to be scooped out. Like,
that's always the fun part.
And she's really looking forward to like roasting the pumpkin seeds.
Oh, yeah, those are good too. My sister would do that every year. She'd be the pumpkin seed roaster.
Mm-hmm. It's a really disgusting job, but it's really fun. Like, you can just like, and then the slop sound that it makes going down on the pan or in the bowl. Or yeah, we're going to have quite a few pumpkins because we do it in teams. Last year we did it in teams. So there'd be a student pairing with the little one and a student pairing with...
That's fun. Yeah, this year we don't have a student. So it's just going to be our daughter's first pumpkin carving this year.
Okay.
Yeah. We went just yesterday to the pumpkin patch for her field trip.
Oh, exciting.
And she tried to pick the largest one, of course.
Was it bigger than her?
Of course it was.
Wow.
There is a picture I could probably put onto the show notes for you.
I would love that.
It is humongous, and she's draped over it trying to pick it up.
A little bum in the air.
Yes. Yeah. And she was quite sad that she couldn't bring it home to Daddy.
Oh, no. Because she couldn't lift it?
She couldn't lift it.
You're like, if you can't lift it, you can't bring it?
That was the school's rule.
That was the school's rule,
Yeah.
not mom's rule.
No.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Mm-hmm. So they said, if you can't lift it, you can't take it home with you.
Oh.
And she still found one that was fairly large, but she was able to lift it up. So
Okay.
it went home with her. And so we're going to do some Halloween decorating. And then John will take her out Halloween trick-or-treating.
Okay.
But I will stay home and hand out candy because I love watching all the different costumes that arrive at the door.
Yes. And do you heckle any of the costumes?
No, because I used
Okay,
to get heckled,
Good.
right?
Yes.
No.
I was just checking in there. Okay, good. You're supportive of all
Yes.
costumes and
Yes.
all ages that come to your door.
Mostly all ages.
Okay.
There was one year where there was a mom and dad and their age-appropriate kid. But then the mom had a almost newborn baby on her back.
Wow.
And she had a bag for the baby. And she said, trick or treat for the baby.
The baby's not going to eat the candy, but the mom could be eating for the baby. And
but
maybe that mom just needs some sugar to get through the night.
okay, fine. I did give her a bit of a side eye, but I still gave her candy.
Good girl. Having now been a mother yourself, you
Exactly.
understand the struggle.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
But I would also give the older kids side eye, like older kids in my neighborhood. Like
Mhm.
you're too old now. But I understand it, so I still gave them candy. However, I love it when the international students
Yes.
come to the door. They're like, 16, 17 years old. They know they're too old for this, but they're here for the experience.
Yes.
And they have so much fun. They come to the door with a giant smile on their face, saying, trick or treat. It's always like a group of them.
Yes.
They really go all out. Like there's the full on bloody makeup or, a homemade costume of some sort. They go all out. So I always give them props and the candy, of course.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe they've borrowed a small child and in our case, 3 of them. And
3 small children.
yeah, with their friend group.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'll be good. Our neighborhood doesn't get small children. So Jenny, who wants to stay home and be the housemaid is what she said, which I think
Housemaid.
is funny. I was like, oh, no, there won't be any children, but come with us. So we do go out trick-or-treating into like where our roadway is quite busy and not well lit. So we do go closer to the elementary school and where the roads are
More lit for the kids.
more lit
Yeah.
for the kids, and we go trick-or-treating into the houses we know, and our neighborhood firefighter, and he he does a really good fireworks display. We bring fireworks
Oh.
because the girls asked about fireworks, and we said yes, you can watch them, and no, you cannot light them
Right.
yourself because we like your fingers on your hands. We like your eyes in their sockets
Yes.
and your faces just how they are. I would not let my children light fireworks, and you're not allowed to watch them either. Like, you're not allowed to do it either, but
Yeah.
you can watch it in the safety of
Yeah.
our local firefighter where he knows first aid.
In our neighborhood, we have a giant bonfire,
Oh, nice.
which we haven't been to yet. So I'm hoping this year, because now our daughter doesn't have to go to bed that early. So
Okay.
we're going to do the bonfire.
Yeah.
And it would be neat to take a student there one day, but we haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Maybe next year. Okay, so you think you're going to be ready for Halloween?
No, but we're gonna fake it. We're gonna put a smile on our face, and we're just gonna get out there. You know, there are gonna be some preschool field trips as well to the pumpkin patch and stuff like that. And we'll carve the pumpkins this weekend, and we'll do hoping to get out to the corn maze as well. But
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
yeah, and in our family afterwards, so we've gone out, we've exhausted ourselves. It will be a school night. We'll bring in the haul. We do the mom and dad tax. Have you heard about this? I've done the helicopter parenting trick for you. Okay, it's the mom and dad tax because
It's
are
mom
you
and dad
are you
tax.
taking a little one out to do her trick or treating?
Yes.
Mom and dad tax. Okay, so this is the reasoning for like, hey, I like that treat. Mom and dad tax. We went out and we helped you trick or treat. It's mom and dad tax time. So you've got all this stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
I like coffee crisps.
Mm-hmm.
Mom tax.
I gotcha.
You know, like whatever. If maybe not that they would happily
She's
share.
too young right now anyway to realize where the candy went after Halloween.
Okay, well, your
so-
10-year-old, you explain it like
Yeah.
it's mom tax. So you're eating that Kit Kat. I would like a third of that one, please. Yeah,
So
it's
I'm
a
going
mom
to lock
tax.
this in
Lock it in.
for 7 years from now.
Yeah, it's mom tax.
I'll pull it out.
So when we go out for a treat and he asks for a Kit Kat and I'm the one paying, I'm like, yeah, sure, but there's going to be a mom tax on that. I'm hungry too.
I like it.
Yeah. It's,
Wait, do you do mom tax then for your students?
well, no, because that's mean, but also like I could.
You're their mom, technically.
True. But
Something to think about.
something to think about. Maybe when we're trick or treating together, if they've got I'll do that for them then. Yeah, trick or treat time. But I'm not going to mom tax their Starbucks. Like, hey, what are you drinking? Give me a sip. Let me share some saliva with you. That's gross,
They're older too, so.
right?
I think the mom tax thing ends around.
It ends when they pay for it
13?
themselves.
Oh, okay. I
right?
see. Yes.
Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
paying
yeah,
for
yeah.
his Kit Kat. My
Yeah.
students are very independent
Yeah.
with their own money,
Okay, got you.
right?
Gotcha.
I'm paying for his Kit Kat.
Tax only comes in when you're paying. Okay,
Yes,
that makes
it comes
total
in when I'm
sense
paying.
now.
If he's taking me out for a date and holding doors open and paying himself, well, then that's different. But oh my goodness! So, what are you dressing up as for Halloween when you're holding? Do you do that when you're?
I used to. I don't
Yes.
have anything planned this year.
I remember your QR code costume back when like QR codes were brand new.
Oh, yeah, when that was a thing.
I was like, this is revolutionary. What do you mean that's a costume? That's just
Yeah, it
like
was.
a piece
I
of
printed
paper.
off a giant QR code, and I just pinned it to a black T-shirt, and
I'm
that
like,
was it.
How is that a costume, Mary? Like
But then
that.
when you scanned the
Well,
code.
now I know. Now QR codes are everywhere. But back at the time, you were like revolutionary
What
in my
was it
mind.
though? When you scanned, it was
like
a picture
of you cooking in a wok.
Oh, I had a.
It was Mary's
I had a
wok or
bad
something.
costume. Well, I'm Chinese, so I can play the stereotype. Is that
Anyway,
bad
it
of
made
me?
sense to me, but
Yeah, I think I had a wok on my head and a rice bag,
I don't know. But it was funny.
and it was just an animated picture. That's what the QR code sent you to.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, when 50 Shades of Grey was like a big
Oh,
thing,
I'm scared. What are you gonna say?
I was 50 Shades of Grey. I wore a trench coat,
Oh God.
but then when I opened the trench
Oh
coat,
no! What happened?
it was just those color cards you
Like
get at the paint
Pantone?
store. Yeah,
Okay.
it was just like the left side of the trench coat was certain shades of gray, and then the other side was other
On your
shades of
naked
gray.
body?
No, I was wearing gray with a
Okay.
gray tie.
Oh, you say you opened your trench coat. Like, are you flat? Like, I have a visual, Mary, and I just need to know if
I
there's
was
a
just-
T-shirt on underneath it.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
I just need to know what rating. When you say 50 Shades of Grey, what
Always
rating?
family friendly.
Thank you.
Always.
We're always family friendly on the Homestay Kitchen. Thank you. Oh my God, Mary!
Sorry, I
haven't
should have led with that.
I haven't read the 50 Shades of Grey.
I haven't either.
Seen the movies.
I haven't either.
So I just, your mind just you hear
I suppose.
things from people.
I haven't seen the movie or read the books either, but I just
Ugh.
thought the costume would have been funny we were at the paint
Chan,
store.
That is funny with the paint store. So did they say anything about you taking how many paint chips did you have to take?
We went to different stores. I took a couple gray ones here.
A couple here,
A couple
there.
there.
How many stores?
Yeah, I think we went to 3.
Oh, just 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like from Martha Stewart's line and like Bear and like
yeah, the different lines.
the
Yeah.
different lines.
Yeah.
Was it like a gradient or did it just not matter because it was just
No,
being
I tried to go for gradient.
Did you?
I even- yeah.
We're artistic.
Yes.
That's a good costume. Did
I'm
you
a
take a
little nerdy
picture
that
of that
way.
one? Is there a picture of you
No.
with your trench coat?
Sorry,
50 Shades?
can't share that one. I don't have that one.
Well, okay.
Do you have the QR code one?
Oh.
I don't know if I
Did you
still have
ever
it.
email it to me? Because if you emailed it to me, I hardly
I
delete
don't
my
know.
emails. I could look back.
We'll look it up, and if we can find it, we'll put it on the show
I'm making a
notes
note.
too.
Look for the QR code for it. Look in emails.
Because I know there is a picture. I just don't know where it is because it's so old.
That will be like, I'll look in the archived emails.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dust off the
Whoo. It'll
old
be
computer or
very
something.
dusty. It might be on a CD somewhere. That's how old it is. I might have to go back into like my work CD email.
Yeah. It's that old.
It is that old. I might have to go look in a box in the garage next to the Care Bear costume. You know? Yeah, we've known each other a long time, but
Yes.
not high school long. So, you know, it might be in a bin next to it. It'll be there though.
It'll be there.
I'm not a hoarder. I do purge, but I would have kept that CD.
I'll find it somewhere.
It'll be there. You should look in your sent folder.
It's probably on my really old Flickr account when that was a thing.
Flickr. Yeah, I do still have a Flickr account.
There you go. I may have shared that photo with you on Flickr.
Oh,
You don't have to go into the garage
right?
bin.
Okay, that's good. That'll save me a trip down there. Oh, wow. So what's John planning on dressing up as?
He's not dressing up either this year.
What? Okay, what's going on? I feel like there's So what's the little one going as? She's going as
She's
the bee?
the bee.
The bee. He
Yeah.
should be the flower.
Oh, we had teased that he would go as a honey pot and I'd go as a flower.
Okay.
But then we never made the costumes. So
Well, you can
We still have
sew
time.
it. You
We
can
still
just
have
sew
time.
like a little thing around his head, right? With the petals. She could sit on his shoulders. She'll get tired of walking all night.
That's a great idea.
I'm full of them. Pinterest with me,
I'm
Mary.
Pinterest with you. Huh.
And you can, right? It's just like a little
Yeah.
thing around
Yep.
his head with like fleece. He doesn't even need to be that amazing.
Cardboard is what I'm thinking.
There you
White
go
cardboard.
and paint it.
Yeah.
What if it rains? But
Oh, true. We'll think about that.
think about it. You could just
The
do
one,
like a headband for him.
the one year that I realized he loved costumes so
Oh,
much
yeah.
was, I don't know, 1999 or something when I met him. I wasn't doing anything for Halloween. I never really did before. And then he went to the store and got a whole bunch of balloons. He was searching for purple balloons. I'm like, what are you doing? What is going on? And he said, it's because Halloween is coming up. But he wouldn't explain to me what his costume was. It's not like we had Halloween plans to go out to a party or anything like that. On Halloween in our apartment together, just one day after work, I came home and he was a grape.
Oh my
So
God.
he blew up individual purple balloons and taped it to his body.
I could totally see him doing that.
But then we didn't go anywhere.
Oh my
It's
God.
like, you're wearing this costume for what?
That's amazing. Just for you.
Just for me, I suppose.
Just for you.
That's how I knew he was a keeper.
That's amazing. He's a keeper. And did you like, when you get mad at him, if he said something during the night, just go over and
Pop
pop
the-
a balloon? I could totally see you do that. It's just a loud noise.
I didn't.
I didn't like how you did that. Pop.
I should have, but I didn't.
Oh, wow.
I let it be.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
In 99?
I don't know. That's something like that. Early 2000s, let's say.
So were you guys just like roommates at the time? Or
Oh, now we're totally getting off topic.
okay, I'll leave it.
We'll do that later.
We'll do it
on
at
another
another
episode.
time.
We'll get in
I
depth
know.
on the
I'm
family
picturing-
portion
Did you ever
of the
watch the
Homestay
Gilmore
Kitchen.
Girls?
I didn't. No.
Okay, I'm picturing a Lane and Zach moment there.
I'll have to look that up.
You look that up.
You put that
I'm
in the
putting
show
that in the
notes so I can
notes.
look it
Gilmore
up.
Girls. You kind of remind me of a little bit of Lane. She was very much into bands and rocking out, and then
Oh yeah, that was me.
right,
Yeah, I
can
had all
see
the
that.
band T-shirts.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and
you're
even a
Lane.
chain wallet.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
old 90s.
Lane and Zach. I'm gonna get a
Okay.
picture of them, and I'm gonna superimpose John's head. I'll try. We'll see if my Photoshop skills are up to task. I'll need a picture of John.
I can provide one for you.
Oh, it'll be funny. Zach had a lot of hair.
Oh dear, John has no hair. He shaved his head. Oh, that'd be a good one.
So have you hosted students during Halloween before?
Yes, one student, I believe, only that I can think of. We usually host summer students in the summer. Oh no, two students. One student was so independent, she was never, ever, ever home.
Right.
So
Ghost student, we'll call her.
yeah. But I know she did something because she put on a lot of makeup.
Yeah.
And there was some sort of a makeup thing, and she left the house. But then our other student, I can't remember what she did. They had something at the school, at the language school that she was going to. And so she had I think it was a cat costume.
Fun.
Like the kids, right? The headband for the ears, and then she put a little makeup for the whiskers. And I think she wore like a little black outfit, tights and a shirt, and went with it as a cat. But then in the evening, I think she just stayed at home and handed out candy with us. I'm pretty sure. She was 16 at the time, so.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I tried to get her out, but she didn't. Or she did. I don't remember. It's been so long.
Okay.
That was in 2012.
Yeah. Okay. And last year for us, we did have our students, but, it's a busy time of the year. And it was winter formal, I remember, around then.
So like
a dance.
The school dance?
It was more of like a winter formal around grad or something like that for one of our students, and dressed up. Not like in a Halloween costume, but more like pretty.
Oh, okay. Fancy dress and stuff.
Fancy dress. And the weekend before Halloween, we were going to like a figure skating Halloween party with our kids, and one of our students was going to that. There's lots of studying going around because our students are very studious and academic.
Yes,
and
they are.
Applying themselves and doing well, as they should. And so that happens, and they get busy and they can't always come. Like, we're going to corn mazes and we're offering up all these amazing experiences, and they're like, oh, we have to study. And so
are they going to go to the corn maze this year then?
I think our Japanese student will. We'll see, because we'll offer, right? Well, we're going to do this, and we'll see. We can't force it, but we will. There's some things that are non-negotiable, and that is a pumpkin carving. And that's like, 40 minutes of your time. And it's just something that this is what we do, and it's non-negotiable. Yeah. There are those things.
Well, yeah, because the corn maze, you have to drive all the way out there, and then
the whole afternoon they're giving up, right? But there's some things that are like, pumpkin carving, and whether or not they want to roast seeds. And one thing we like to do when we get back, I don't know if I said, is just watch a Halloween movie after trick-or-treating.
Oh, that's fun.
And so last year it was Charlie Brown. This year they picked, and I think they just like to say the name, Frankenweenie. They picked Frankenweenie as the Halloween movie.
I just you talking about the Halloween movie reminded me of what my student and I did for Halloween back in 2012.
There you go.
I introduced her to the classic 80s Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Because I had it on DVD.
Yes. DVD. You still have it?
Yeah.
When I'm looking for that later, Mary, I'm hitting you up.
And it was hilarious because in one of the early scenes is Slimer, right?
Yes.
He's in the library and he's flying through, and the card catalogs open and all the cards fly out.
Yeah.
She asked me what that was. She didn't know.
No.
Because you don't have a card catalog anymore in the library.
I remember having to learn how to research things if you wanted to look for something in the library.
And then how to put the card back. Because
you
had to
put
it anywhere. So yeah, so then we got into a whole topic of
back in my day.
Wow. Yeah. That makes me feel old.
So old.
But she was 16 at the time, right? She was born after card catalog systems at the library.
Oh my gosh.
She did enjoy the movie though.
No. I can remember back when TVs just had 3 channels and no remotes, and you were the channel changer because we were the youngest, or
Yes. They always made me go because I was the youngest.
Right? I know.
I had to get up, walk to the TV, and push the button.
Or flick. It wasn't even a button. You had to turn.
Gunk, 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 gunk. Oh, we're not that old.
We're not that old. It's just that some houses had old TVs in them still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the big record player, huge system that you had to open the big, huge, heavy lid.
Oh, I didn't have that.
But
I know what you're talking about.
System. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway. we're really old.
Yeah, my students always find it very fascinating when I tell them about when I was your age. And that's how I know I'm old, when I keep saying that to them.
I know. We didn't have computers.
I explained dial-up to her, and she was so
Sounded
fascinated. Yes. I had to find a clip on YouTube of an old dial-up, and she thought it was like the computer was dying.
That's what you felt like.
And you had to wait for so long.
And it took over your phone line.
Yes, it did. My dad always got so mad because he'd pick up the phone and then it would be, that noise like. And then my brother would yell at him and say, "You're not supposed to use the phone right now."
Or you'd get a busy signal. Whenever I would try to call Blake to talk to him, and his mom would forever be on the phone, and I'd get a busy signal. And sometimes it was faster, Mary, to just walk over to his house. Because she never got off the phone.
Oh, and now the age of the cell phones.
Right.
And text
or
messaging.
call waiting, or like, anything. Call forwarding. Or
Oh, yeah. Didn't have
you
any
can
of
just
that.
go to voicemail.
Ooh.
I know.
Instead of busy tone. Oh, I guess I have to try again in 5 minutes.
Or you
10
try
minutes?
to get her before she called the next person.
Oh, God.
I was just going to call to pick somebody else up. And I'm like, I know. I just got right in there. I've been trying over and over for an hour to just say, did he want to go out and come pick me up? No, dating was hard. Yeah. Anyway, Halloween.
Where were we? Okay. Well, trick or treat. Happy
Smell my
Halloween
feet?
to you.
Oh, what?
I don't know. I thought we just.
Yes, trick or treat. Yes. Happy Halloween, Mary.
Thanks for listening to the Homestay Kitchen, hosted by Mary Chan and Erin Eastman. Produced by me, Mary Chan of Organized Sound Productions. Web and show notes by Erin Eastman. Like what you're hearing? Write us a review wherever you listen. Or drop us an email at homestaykitchen@gmail.com. We would really appreciate it. For more information on this episode, visit homestaykitchen.com. And when you're ready to dish up your stories, connect with us on Instagram at Homestay Kitchen or on Facebook. Thanks for joining us.